What's going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. I finally got Galaxy Z Fold 6. Now, this is gonna end up being my wife's phone. My Z Fold 6, the pink one, still has not shipped, which is absolutely crazy. But my wife is kind enough to let me kind of set this up on my own stuff and use it. And I'm gonna give you guys some opinions about the phone and tell you what I think about it. And it's a beast, guys, for sure it's a beast. So I'm gonna compare it against the Z Fold 5 a lot in this video. I've only been using this for a super short time. I got it late in the day and didn't get a chance to really play with it. And also the fact that we went to round one later on, and which is like this really cool Japanese Dave and Buster's type place where you can play video games and claw games. It's really, really cool. I actually like it better than Dave and Buster's. So went there, did that thing, and now I've had a chance to set this up a little bit and play with it. So let's go into my opinions. Here's the same test, this time on the Galaxy Z Fold 6. Again, think about the cameras, think about the video, the microphones, all that stuff right now. My dog's pressing his toy, so if you hear a it's because my dog. But what do you guys think? Which one looks and sounds better? These are the back cameras on the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Think about the microphones, think about the cameras, and I'm keeping it on the main camera right here so you can get an indication of how it looks, how it sounds, in a closed environment in my office. What do you guys think? Now you saw the photos right off the bat with the Z Fold 6 and Z Fold 5. I felt like the Z Fold 6 did better with the photos and like every test with it. It looked clearer to me, much clearer. I wouldn't say that, but definitely clearer. I also would say that the colors were better in my eyes. The Z Fold 5 looked a little bit washed out in some of the photos. Z Fold 6, I didn't feel that way. I felt like the colors were nice and rich. Microphones on the video were better on the Z Fold 6, but the video looked better on the Z Fold 5 in this little test that I did. And like I said, I will do a real full comparison of the Z Fold 6 and Z Fold 5, but I definitely feel like, obviously in different scenarios, I think the video will be closer and so will the photos, and I think you'll see major differences in other areas as I test it against other things, but it's freaking almost midnight by the time I'm recording this video. I'm really tired, but I did want to get like just really easy sample videos out. And I think that showed some of the differences. So we'll see what happens. Obviously Z Fold 5 has had a year's worth of updates. Z Fold 6 has just come out and hasn't even have any updates yet. So that's another thing to keep in mind. But you know, I thought it wasn't like a total washout, but I felt like Z Fold 6 did better, again, like in the photos and the microphone, but the video was better on the Z Fold 5. Now, the design of these phones is crazy because this Z Fold 6 just feels like, and I've said it before, just a completely great designed phone. It feels more mature. It feels like an executive, but in a cool way, not a nerdy, like stiff way. It's really, really nice. It is a perfectly designed folding phone from Samsung. It's the phone I wish they made a while ago. I love the squared off edges. Like, it just looks so, so nice. Like, just look at that. Not that the Z Fold 5 looks bad, but you get a bigger outside display on the Z Fold 6. You get the squared off edges. The cameras look cooler and better on the Z Fold 6 as well. Just overall, and then, I don't know, just overall it looks like a better phone to me. Much better. What do you guys think? I mean, put the screens off for you. What do you guys think? Do you think there's a big difference? I think there is. And I think the Z Fold 6 definitely takes the cake with it. It's not going to be a complete comparison against the Z Fold 5. It's going to be a little mixed bag of the two. And it's going to be first impressions. Z Fold 6, though, does have these kind of sharp corners, which if you have a case, you probably won't even notice it. I wouldn't say it's enough to scratch me. You know, here's the edge of it. And, you know, I'm not going to, can't shave with it, can't do anything like that. but it does, they're squared off edges. When I hold both phones like this, which a lot of people aren't going to do it. I know some people might end up saying that the Z Fold 5 is a more comfortable phone to hold. I don't know if that's true, actually. But this does have like a more sharp edge to it. But again, not enough to cut you. It's not like that. It's just something that this might feel a little bit more natural because of the curves. But I love the squared off edges. I'm like so in love with it. I don't know if you can tell from this. Maybe you can't. But the whites on the Z Fold 6 are a lot cleaner. They're more yellowish on the Z Fold 5. Not a game changer, but it is a much whiter. I like the more white. It makes it look more premium on the main display and also on the smaller display as well. Hopefully you can really tell. It's quite major in person that the whites are a lot whiter on the Z Fold 6. I super appreciate that. Speakers, which I'll show you a song in just a moment on both of these phones, they sound good. And at the store, it was funny when I tried it at Best Buy, I felt like the sound was better on the Z Fold 5, and it was, but I had forgotten to turn on the Dolby Atmos on the Z Fold 6, so I don't even think I talked about the speakers if I'm not mistaken, if I did. But what I did notice though, in person trying this on after turning on Dolby Atmos and setting it to auto and putting the volume at the top end of it, the highest you can do, Z Fold 6 definitely sounds better. It sounds better in that the volume is really close. The Z Fold 6 might edge it a little bit, edging on the volume just a bit, but the quality of the sound is much better. It's more full sounding. The Z Fold 5 sounds more tinny, and the Z Fold 6 sounds more mature. It sounds more full. It sounds better overall. It's the whole grand scheme of this phone from it just like they just did things right this time. Not that they've done things really badly this time before, but the Z Fold 6 sound is a lot better. Let me play like this bassy song and hopefully you'll be able to tell. This isn't like a major thing, but when I open and close these, and again, this is a 1-year-old phone, the hinge feels good on the Z Fold 5, feels pretty tight, feels good quality, but when I open and close my Z Fold 5, it feels even tighter. And again, I know it will probably loosen up over time, but right now it does feel a little bit tighter, but not terrible. Not like I can't close it at all. I saw some line on Twitter and I talked about it a few days ago. It's not that bad, but it definitely feels tighter, which is good. Now, the weight, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 is like 14 grams less in weight. Do I feel a difference now? If you gave me both these phones, would I feel a difference on here? Yeah, I can feel that the Z Fold 6 is lighter. It does feel lighter. Now, is it so much where I'm like completely blown away? Yes and no, which is funny to say that. When I switch the hands, that's when I can feel that this is substantially lighter. But if I just keep them, the longer I hold them in my hands, I don't notice as much a difference. But when I kind of switch them real quick and I go, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, this does feel a lot lighter. Here's what multitasking looks like. Here's the Z Fold 6, here's the Z Fold 5, but hopefully you can see some type of difference between the two. Again, it kind of just, only seeing it, when the reason I say that is because these displays have a slightly different size when they're next to each other. Here's the front displays, Z Fold 5, Z Fold 6, so you can see if you can notice any differences. When I look at these, you can see the whiteness obviously is much better on the Z Fold 6, and also it looks a little bit better to read on the Z Fold 6 in terms of its size. Here's a good little indication showing the keyboards. So to sum everything up, I think the Z Fold 6 is definitely a nice little upgrade in the very short time I've been using it. I love the feeling of it. I love the displays. I do want to check this out outdoors. I know the brightness is supposed to be substantially different, but it's nighttime and I didn't get a chance to really test it out. It's awesome. I would definitely say if you're looking to upgrade, definitely don't be shy about it, because if you don't like it, you can always return it, and that's not that big a deal. This is feeling like a really great phone. And I said that before. I said leading up to this that I felt like this was going to be one of those upgrades that on paper it doesn't look that big, but when you have it in hand, it feels awesome. And it does. So check it out, guys. Very happy about it. Let me know what your thoughts are so far about the Galaxy Z Fold 6 in the comments down below. How do you feel about yours? Let us know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you down the road. Peace.